end this shutdown. That's what I'd like to talk about today. There's a myth developing in Republican circles that people don't care about the shutdown. Now, it is true that very few people have been directly inconvenienced, except for the federal employees who aren't being paid. But this shutdown is unpopular in the country. And the longer the Republican Party persists in keeping the shutdown happening, the worse it's going to be for it. Don't believe that the resolutions that the House passes every couple of days, keeping this agency open or that reopening this or that agency, is going to matter much. In the long run, the shutdown is bad and the Republican Party is behind it. The Wall Street Journal today quoted a senior administration official, probably Obama himself, or if not that, chief of staff or something, saying, "We don't care when this ends, we're winning." And he's absolutely right. They are winning. The public does not believe in government shutdowns any more than they believe in teacher strikes and fire strikes and police strikes. Just because they think teachers, firemen, and policemen need more money, and sometimes they're mad at the city for not giving it to them, they don't believe in shutting down the department to achieve it. And they don't believe in shutting down the government, even though they oppose Obamacare. What the Republicans should do is get their guts together and pull the trigger on a deal which does not postpone Obamacare, but does eliminate the subsidies that are being given to members of Congress and their staffs, and a continuing resolution to fund the government. Send it over to the Senate. And that truly is an offer they can't refuse. Reid and Obama can't say, "We're letting the government shut down to preserve this perk of a 75% subsidy on our health insurance premiums." They can't say that. So at that point, the shutdown would end. The battle of the continuing resolution would be over. And the Tea Party types would say, "Hey, ending that subsidy is really important. I'm glad you did it." And the rest of the country would heave a sigh of relief that the government wasn't shut down anymore. Then, with that partial victory, partial defeat under their belt, the Republicans can then go on to the fight they must wage and must win over the debt limit. We'll talk more about the contours of that fight. But right now, let's understand that unless they end this government shutdown now and take away a piece of solace in the end of that subsidy, they're not going to be able to fight again because they'll be so discredited from the continuing resolution fight that they won't be able to fight over the debt limit. Thanks a lot for watching. By the way, I think I mentioned before that I have a new book out called "What's It Like to Be President?" What's It Like to Be President? And it's written for children, kids 11, 12, and 13, or precocious kids 8 or 9 or 10. Some kids that I know are 4 and could read it. And it has great diagrams and cartoons. It's funny. And it really tells children the story of how the government works by casting back to the welfare reform fight of '96, which was really the last time government worked well in a bipartisan way, and tells that story, but weaves into it how Congress works, how the relations are with the media, what role lobbyists and interests play, and of course the regular stuff about the Bill of Rights, the 3 branches, and all of that stuff. Kids don't learn enough about American government. They learn all about, Asia now first. It's important to understand this country's governance. So order it on Amazon.com or BarnesandNobles.com. Actually, I think just Amazon.com. Okay, thanks.